Roblox's CEO David Baszucki has finally responded to the recent Roblox safety concerns in quite possibly the worst way possible.
They would go and create accounts on Roblox claiming to be a child, and they were seeking out adults. And they would try and use those conversations to simulate.
Matt, is this anecdotal?
This is a really bad video.
Roblox isn't doing enough to keep children safe. Instead, they're trying to legally strong-arm vigilantes into silence.
It's just such a horrible look when the chief safety officer of Roblox is saying, we're gonna kill you if you touch one of these guys.
On top of that, Roblox has just released controversial updates regarding romantic content and social hangout games. Roblox accidentally banned their own CEO's account. More countries are banning Roblox due to safety concerns. And former Roblox admins are even coming out to explain the real reason why Roblox's moderation is in absolute shambles right now. So what on earth is going on? And why was David Baszucki banned from his own game? To understand where the situation all started, we first have to travel back to the 15th of August, when Roblox dropped this video on safety initiatives, a video that I had to tragically sit through the full 43 minutes and 38 seconds of, so please subscribe. But what shocks me the most is that the topics discussed in this video by David Baszucki and Roblox's safety staff are by far some of the most appalling and out of touch things I've ever heard. Alright, so I've just finished watching this entire 43-minute video, and David Baszucki touches on a lot of interesting things. For context, this is the chief safety officer, Matt Kaufman, who's been the one writing all of these controversial Roblox posts, and this is Eliza Jacobs, who is the senior director of product and also part of the safety team. First up, David Baszucki talked about connections.
A feature that was really in the very first spec of Roblox almost 20 years ago, which was a feature called Friends. We renamed that to Connections and Trusted Connections.
This was a very controversial move because for ages, the people you add on Roblox used to be named friends. And this really ties into the whole metaverse thing that Roblox is trying to push.
I think this stems from a future vision. Some of the people on Roblox are going to be my business associates, but not my friends. And some of them may be a parent or a sibling or someone may be some other thing. So I think part of this is a future vision of having a wider taxonomy of the people and not really making any assumption about those relationships. Although we do realize the passionate community, this was a tough one and we appreciate them understanding us.
As we know, Roblox is trying to shift from a kid's game to a metaverse of the future. If we take a look at these avatars from old Roblox like 2010, 2015, all the way up to even 2019, they are completely different from the avatars that Roblox envisions in this metaverse. And the reason why David says he has a future vision of adding business associates on Roblox is because he no longer sees Roblox as this fun children's game, but instead a metaverse where you connect and add business associates like it's LinkedIn or something. And that explains why a lot of the decisions they're making right now are completely out of touch from their community. Next up, they talk about the COPPA 2.0 situation, which is a very dangerous law for both YouTubers and viewers that David Baszucki himself is actively trying to pass.
We're supporters of COPPA 2.0, and I think legislators are reacting to some things, and we're going to riff into obviously vigilantes on Roblox.
I have an entire video explaining why it's bad and the severe impact it'll have on both you and me, but the fact that David is saying on video that he supports this is absolutely detrimental to the entirety of Roblox YouTube. Alright, so later in the video, they talk about PII sharing, which stands for personally identifiable information, like names, addresses, and social security numbers. I'm pretty sure you know why it's bad to share this type of information online.
We're super aggressive with PII sharing and what we call directing users off platform because, again, we want to keep people in safe chat scenarios.
However, hypocritically, people began noticing some weird stuff on Roblox that directly violates this. For example, when you change your name, it says choose a name your friends will recognize you by, such as your real name, which is under basic information of PII, and is just something you should never do. And Schlep, a YouTuber who's been banned and sent a cease and desist for sharing PII of literal PDF files, has said, why are you telling kids to use their real name? This is super weird and dangerous. Apparently Roblox recommends this for people 17 and older to use their real names, but it's still pretty weird because a 17-year-old is still a minor, and we're going to be talking about this 17-year-old controversy later in the video. But the fact that Roblox is trying to get you to use your your real name is just totally hypocritical from what they're saying in the safety video, and again ties directly into their whole connections metaverse thing. And what people like Green Lego Cats have pointed out is that if reporting is so accurate and sharing personally identifiable information is so prohibited, how come Meep City is littered with it in its bio feature, and how come the game is still up? I've reported it so many times and this issue has not been resolved. And again, we can see so many people using Meep City to share their Instagrams, to share their locations, and other personally identifiable information. Okay, hi, editing Volt here. There was just some news dropped about Meep City and it completely changes the rest of this video, so I'm going to be talking about this after. Next up, Roblox talks about vigilantes on Roblox.
What we saw is that some of these groups started engaging with the community in ways that violated our policies.
So there are three main reasons for why Roblox says they banned vigilantes. First was about lying about their age and being honest about how old they were.
Number one, the violation of our policies about being honest about how old you are.
Which is an absolutely ridiculous reason. These guys like them young. If Schlep had to be honest about his age and told these guys he's like a 20-year-old dude, of course they wouldn't engage in these kind of conversations. They are literally being called PDF files for a reason. Why does Roblox keep bringing up pretending to be kids? Would they rather have Schlep use real kids in his sting operations? Next up, they say another bad reason is for moving conversations off the platform.
Number two, moving conversations off platform.
But again, this is how these people are targeting these kids in the first place. What Roblox fails to realize is that these predators are using Roblox like a tool to hook innocent people from the Roblox platform onto others to continue their nefarious actions. Instead of Roblox complaining about Schlep and other vigilantes moving conversations off the platform and terminating him and sending him a cease and desist, why not send the cease and desist and terminations to these guys instead? That will legally keep them off the platform and immediately stop these PDF files from doing these illegal things on Roblox. The main reason why people are so angry at Roblox is because they've essentially done a team kill and wiped the wrong guy off the platform while showing that they actually could have taken action against these people. But again, they've done this to the wrong dude and Schlep is still banned from Roblox to this day. And finally, they say they've banned vigilantes because they've waited to tell Roblox when they've identified violative behavior.
And number three, waiting to tell Roblox when they identified violative behavior.
Roblox complains that these vigilantes like Schlep would report to the police and then only after would they let Roblox know. But as we know from his videos, Schlep and his teams don't just YOLO this, scenario. They bring out actual real local law enforcement to get involved with arresting these PDF files. And they provide them with the documents and evidence to support this arrest.
Vigilante groups, which is individuals or groups who take it upon themselves to enforce laws or punish wrongdoers without legal authority. If you look at Schlepp's show, there's a lot of legal authority over here. All the proper channels. So framing it as a vigilante group really undermines what he's doing.
Official law enforcement investigations come first. It's much more important to get bad actors arrested in real life than to have their Roblox accounts banned. When they're in jail, Roblox can ban the account and begin scraping messages for inappropriate behavior. If Roblox takes action before the person is arrested, it can alert the bad actor and give them a heads up to delete evidence before the police can search or seize their devices.
Like, one thing Roblox says in this video is Schlep went to the police instead of coming to us. That's one of the reasons why we banned him. It's like, guys, the reason why he went to the police instead of coming to you is because you didn't listen and you failed to take action. I have personal experiences with that firsthand. Ask any Roblox YouTuber about an exploiter named Bins. It's this one guy who's been harassing us YouTubers and doing inappropriate stuff to us in games for literally like 3 years now. And he's still on the platform. He's still doing bad stuff. And it's gotten so bad that I've had to contact my own lawyers to possibly do legal action against him myself because Roblox has failed to get rid of him. We report this to Roblox, they do nothing. We report that to Roblox, they do nothing. We tell Roblox this, they do nothing. The reason why he's going to the cops is because you're not listening, Roblox. Like, again, you're missing the point here.
Roblox also says that these vigilantes were harassing people and creeping them out.
These actors that were coming on the platform, they were reaching out to dozens and dozens of people, and the vast majority of those people were harmed in that process, right? They were violating our policies. They were normalizing policy violations on the platform. They were harassing people and creeping them out. We can't endorse harm and policy violations on the platform for any reason, even if it's well-intentioned. That's just not something that we want to allow on the platform.
I mean, just look at these images. Who are the real creeps in this situation? I mean, they're acting like Schlep and other vigilantes just start mass DMing innocent children creepy things on Roblox when that's not the case. And if you've watched any of Schlepp's videos, you'd know that they're not the ones that initiate these inappropriate conversations.
We almost always play a naive kid who doesn't know anything about this stuff, so they teach us about this stuff.
So the fact that Roblox is concerned about vigilantes harassing literal potential PDF files and creeping them out is just a bizarre priority to have. And the last thing on this vigilante topic that they talk about is that Roblox says it's very difficult to verify the information or evidence if it's off the platform.
People say, well, gee, like, look, it's my screenshot. Like, why don't you trust me? I just took the screenshot. I'm sending it to you. But I would say, especially in today's world of generative AI content, you could imagine what might happen if we started acting on evidence that was presented to us that's collected on somebody else's platform.
Yet Schlepp is a trusted figure in the community and has been known to send literal binders of evidence to Roblox headquarters.
He has sent them binders of evidence and files and emails, and Roblox doesn't do a thing.
Additionally, if the literal police were able to do these arrests based on Schlepp's evidence, why can't Roblox do the same? Roblox didn't ban him until after I went on the news. That's a problem. And finally, they rub salt in the wound by saying they're working on a community safety council. They say that they really want to get this intel from invested members of the community. I wonder who's a really invested member of the community who has stated multiple times that he's more than happy to work directly with the company and ask for nothing in return. If Roblox would just drop their ego and invite him into this program, a lot of the issues that are currently destroying their reputation and stocks would be fixed with this one guy on your team, which makes it even more questionable to why they banned Schlepp in the first place. And this is the craziest part. David Baszucki actually talks about Meep City, which has a party feature that hosts some absolutely freaky stuff.
Meep City, for example, can you share, like, why should that be up? Should that be down? Like, what's up?
Unfortunately, Roblox spent 2 minutes going over why they thought it'd be unfair to ban Meep City.
One thing that we really try to do is be fair to our developers and to not moderate them for the behavior of their users. But that being said, we understand that there are games that people feel like users are behaving badly in. So if we find that there's a real preponderance of bad behavior in a game, we will reach out to the developer and work with them to make updates to the design of that game that we think will mitigate that harm.
And this is extremely hypocritical because in their creator terms, they updated the terms so that if we find an experience in which a significant portion of users are violating the Roblox terms, Roblox reserves the right to moderate the experience if the developer does not take reasonable actions to limit the violative behavior. Meep City is literally one of these examples of a game that should be moderated, yet they say in this video that it's unfair to ban it.
You need to ban the games, ban Meep City. The developer has had ample opportunity to fix the game at this point. He's had years of chances. Just get rid of the game. Just ban it. It needs to be banned. It needs to be gone. And Schlepp needs to be unbanned.
Okay, hi. Editing volunteer again, and Roblox just took action against Meep City. Custom avatars, which was the tool that allowed people to walk around all erect and stuff, and custom bios, which allowed people to share their own personally identifiable information, like their Instagrams and their locations and other weird stuff, have been removed from the game. Huge steps forward from Roblox here. No more eggplant avatars. This is the safest the game has been since 2016. The day before parties were added, it currently sits at 16.2 billion visits. It is very probable that Roblox asked Alex Neutron to remove the features or else his game would be shut down. I highly doubt this was voluntary considering Roblox placed it under review in 2022, leading to the removal of parties. And this is honestly a huge win for Roblox. And finally, they say they have a trusted flagger program where they work with experts in the field, and these trusted flaggers get priority review.
They're in our trusted flagger program and they flag stuff to us and it gets expedited review.
Now again, why is Schlepp not a trusted flagger? The reason he even has to hunt these bad actors on the platform with local law enforcement is because Roblox themselves aren't doing anything about his reports. Why did they respond 8 days ago? Especially with the trusted reputation that Schlepp has, Roblox should not be taking 8 days to respond. And that's part of the problem. So it's cool that they have this trusted flagger program, but why are the people that should have this priority review instead just getting banned off the platform? The logic just makes no sense. And finally, they talk about the Roblox's open source voice models that other companies use. It's like AI stuff, which should improve the platform. So what were people's reaction to David's response? Well, as you can already see by the like to dislike ratio, it's not looking good. Schlepp starts off by saying, how did I get 6 PDF files in your community arrested? David, you make GPT seem human. 43 minutes of 3 out of touch Roblox employees reading a lawyer filtered slop script. Time to tuck in. This feels more like an AI is talking to us, bro. Even the fuck boom, the original creator of Skibidi Toilet Brain Rot, has said this PDF CEO guide looks AI generated. And yeah, the comments are just not having it. On Twitter, people are saying, don't trust these people with your children. We got the pro hacker and god, and full-on solutions like this is simple. Unban Schlep, stop attacking those trying to make Roblox a better place, and stop yapping nonsense. You have ignored your community for years. We don't want words, we want action.
This is a really bad video. I don't know why Roblox released this video. Like, this is bad. This video, watching it, felt like a bunch of lawyers wrote a script and they were kind of following the script. Like, I don't know who approved this, but like, it was not great. This video was not good at all. About halfway through this video, and this feels like the most scripted PR corporate response that Roblox has issued in a while. Some good updates, genuinely, but holy, Roblox is out of touch with their community. And what I mean by that is that they say some crazy stuff in here. They also like doubled, tripled, quadrupled down on banning Schlep. There's so many points that they bring up that's just like not great.
But if it couldn't get any weirder, David Baszucki's Roblox account has been terminated in an absolutely weird, strange series of events. This was first discovered by Ruben Sim, who found out that David's account, david.baszucki, is banned as true. I guess Roblox is finally taking action against child PDF files. Buddy broke his own TOS. Shout out Roblox for taking serious action against themselves. Makes moderation more effective. CEO gets banned. Now what does that tell us? And yeah, for a couple of days, David Baszucki's account seems to be deactivated or terminated, and people couldn't find his account on Roblox. To this day, no one knows why on earth this happened, but there are some pretty interesting theories. Some people theorize that this was done internally, like some Roblox employee was just not vibing with David. One of the employees had enough of him. Another theory was that he got mass reported and Roblox's AI moderation systems just kicked into action and banned his account due to the reports. And this isn't the first time one of Roblox's own staff was banned by Roblox's AI moderation systems. I know I keep bringing this up, but here's John Shedletsky, who was the former creative director at Roblox. And he also got banned for Roblox for a day, supposedly by one of Roblox's AI moderation systems, because no human moderator would go up to this account who has such extensive Roblox history and just choose to ban a former administrator. So I think this might be another case of Roblox's AI moderation falsely banning someone, in this case, falsely banning their own CEO. But eventually his account was finally unbanned and is currently up and running right now. And people are pointing out that if he could unban himself in a couple of days, it's that easy just to unban Schlep like that. So yeah, Roblox has shown that they can ban and then unban accounts at their own will and send cease and desist, but they're always doing it on the wrong person. If Roblox can unban David Baszucki with the snap of a finger, they've shown that they have the ability to unban Schlep as well. And if they can send cease and desist letters to Schlep, surely they can send cease and desist to these people too. Roblox has shown that they can take action just on the wrong person. And that's really disappointing to see. But that's not the only disappointing thing, because Roblox also committed quite possibly the biggest fumble in Roblox newsroom history. Alright, so first up we have an interesting move by Roblox, who made updates to their policy against romantic and sexual content, with the addition of new technology that automatically shuts down servers with a high volume of violative user activity. And here we go, we got another Matt Kaufman classic, clarifying our policy on romantic and sexual content. This one's pretty short, so I'm just gonna summarize it real quick. So first off, they're explicitly prohibiting content, settings, or behavior that implies this kind of activity, which is good. They're also announcing that in the coming months, they will restrict all unrated experiences to the developer and the people actively working on the experience. So developers will have to complete this questionnaire to receive the content maturity label so that users and parents can easily identify which content is appropriate for them and their children. Okay, if this works, that's also really cool. And finally, they're rolling out a new technology to detect violative scenes. For example, experiences that have a drawing feature may be compliant, but this technology can detect violative creations made by users in that experience, like drawings showing inappropriate content. If this feature detects a server with a high volume of violative user behavior, the system will automatically take that server down, and then their team will work with the developer to see if they can make any changes to prevent that behavior in the future. So all in all, these three updates actually seem like a step in the right direction. I can't believe I'm saying this, but these are actually good moves by Matt Kaufman. On top of all that, they've seen that social hangouts, like bathroom simulators, can sometimes contain inappropriate user behavior when they include certain settings like beds or emotes. We have observed higher rates of inappropriate user behavior in them, so we're further restricting some of them from our younger users. Bro, is Matt Kaufman turning into the GOAT? Like, these are all very good moves. So why on earth did they completely blunder after this? Here we can see that they say experiences such as bars and clubs will be restricted to only ID verified users 17 or older. Roblox plans to restrict social hangouts to include private spaces such as bathrooms or bedrooms to ID verified 70 plus users. And here we can see more clarification on this. Basically, they've categorized these sus hangout spots as private spaces and allowing them for anyone ID verified over 17. Private spaces are defined as enclosed spaces that meet both of the following criteria: designed for activities that are personal and secluded. Okay, sounds suspiciously like condo games. For example, sleeping, changing clothes, and bathing. Private spaces can also be designed for one person or for a very small number of people, like a bathroom stall, bedroom, or small tent. Where have I heard bathroom before? Although these experiences may not be violative of our policies, we have seen that some settings attract a higher percentage of violative behavior, right? So if these games that are, private spaces attract a higher percentage of violative behavior, why not just make them violative of your own policies? That makes no sense. But they say, given that, we've decided to make this content inaccessible except to users who are ID verified 17 plus. Bathroom simulators and experiences that primarily take place in adult settings like nightclubs, dance clubs, or bars will also only be available to users who are ID verified 17 plus. They will not be playable, visible in top charts, or recommended to users who are not ID verified 17 plus. So it seems like instead of taking a hard stance against these social hangout condo games with stuff like sleeping, changing clothes, bathroom stalls, bedrooms, all this really sus stuff that people are known to use for nefarious purposes, they've instead just said, okay, we'll just keep them up as private spaces and let anyone who's over 17 and ID verified play them. Bro, this is such a terrible idea. Federally, 17-year-olds are still considered minors. These are inappropriate games. 17 plus is still underage. Bathroom games are inappropriate games. What Roblox is saying here is that they're okay with 17-year-olds to be in virtual sex games. This is a crazy hill for Roblox to die on. Just ban them. We even got popular Twitch streamer Asmongold here.
Do you know you can have your very own home in Meep City?
The reason Roblox is trying so hard to hold on to sexual content is because they know it attracts a lot of users. Any reasonable person would see a kid-centric platform with sexual minigames and content and just simply remove it. They're not stupid, they're malicious. And we even got Simon Hypixel, who is the founder of Hypixel, who is Minecraft's biggest server. Make kid platform, add bathroom and bedroom, monetize UGC emotes that simulate sex. What could go wrong? Also, what is this? Bro, they're taxing 175 for this. Are you serious? And a lot of people are actually tying this to Roblox's attempts at being a dating platform. Remember, they want adults to meet for the first time in Roblox dating experiences and form real-life relationships from this, even though they're only 17. And this person raises another good point. How about just banning them entirely? Kids can go on their siblings' accounts and can use IDs of their family members. Also, 17-year-olds are still minors. What good do these games bring? Absolutely nothing. So yeah, Roblox was going on a generational run here, but then just tripped over their own feet by adding this weird 17 private spaces thing. So it turns out that RBX Rocketman, aka Matt Kaufman, is still unfortunately not the GOAT yet. There's progress, they just keep taking one step forward and then one step back. But again, why is Roblox doing this? It seems like all the bad actions they've done are just far from common sense, so they must have some sort of alternative motive, right? Well, in 2024, one theory came from 8 Roblox current and former trust and safety staff who were interviewed by Bloomberg, and this is what they had to say. Policing will only get harder as the company strives to reach David Baszucki's goal of 1 billion daily users. As of 2025, they were close to pushing 100 million daily active users, but they want 10 times that. 8 current and former trustee and safety workers say user growth at Roblox takes priority over child safety. They describe calls for more resources going unanswered, resulting in a backlog of incident reports and the departure of one manager who left after promises for extra staff went unfulfilled. Others say that features they recommended to better protect kids, such as pop-up safety notices, were rejected, and that safety settings, for example to ensure users aren't talking to strangers, were switched off by default. And while the company says it's increasingly relying on AI for moderation, which has been currently known to not work well due to many of its false bans, some employees say that the technology isn't yet able to detect subtle signs of grouping. And yeah, even today on a brand new account under the age of 13, we can still see that there is a lot of work that needs to be done. And like the fact that these are recommended experiences is crazy for a under 13-year-old. Now, I wouldn't say there is an improvement though. Here we can see there's a really sus game that, you know, a 13-year-old or under should not play. So if I click join, it'll pop up with something saying ask your parent, which is really amazing, honestly. This is a really cool feature to have. You just enter your parent's email and you ask for permission to play Weird Girl Bridge. But then other games like this still don't have that for some reason. You can still just click play and hop in. Not that I will close, okay. And yeah, it just seems like it hasn't been implemented into all the bad games, but it's a good start. Oh my god, get me out. So yeah, good start. Lots of work to be done. And even though we've primarily been talking about games this entire time, Roblox UGCs themselves, which are in-game items that anyone can make, are equally as bad, if not worse. Here we can see that Roblox sells a ton of items with hidden inappropriate references. Use these items for something they called EPI, which is really disgusting. Their goal is to creep children into having these addictions at a young age so they can eventually turn into them. Ugh, god. For example, here's an item on Roblox who originates from an inappropriate web series, yet it's available on Roblox for little kids to buy. And if I search it up right now, yeah, we still have it. Boom, 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 boom. These are all parts of that inappropriate character for, you know, 95 Robux. Dude, what is that, bro? What the And although we can see that the owner of this group that sells these disgusting items was deleted or they got deactivated, for some reason their items still remain on the platform to this day, even though multiple people have said that they've reported this item multiple times. And of course, with the recent release of UGC emotes, this just amplifies the amount of things that Roblox has been known not to moderate quite well. But why are these issues happening with Roblox in the first place? Well, keep this name in mind, GordonRocks24, because he was actually a former Roblox moderator from 2012 to late 2015. And they have moderation experience. They used to moderate all things Roblox and the help subforums. So they actually have a history of moderating for Roblox. And in response to this question, which says, what do you think about the current Roblox situation? Do you support free Schlep or do you support David's actions? He says, I don't think Schlep should be in trouble. I think Roblox has fallen into a trap, a common one. And Jeff Bezos discusses it here. And he's referring to a clip in which Jeff Bezos talks about Amazon's customer service.
I have a saying, which is when the data and the anecdotes disagree, and it's usually not that the data is being miscollected, it's usually that you're not measuring the right thing. If you have a bunch of customers complaining about something and at the same time your metrics look like they shouldn't be complaining, you should doubt the metrics. We had metrics that showed that our customers were waiting, I think, less than 60 seconds when they called a 1-800 number to get phone customer service. But we had a lot of complaints. And so one day we get to this metric in the deck and the guy who leads customer service is to fit in the metric. And I said, okay, let's call. And we just waited in silence for
what did it turn out to be? Like
it was really long, more than 10 minutes, I think.
Oh, wow.
It dramatically made the point that something was wrong with the data collection. We weren't measuring the right thing. That's an uncomfortable thing to do. But you have to seek truth even when it's uncomfortable, and you have to get people's attention and they have to buy into it and they have to get energized around really fixing things.
And Gordon thinks this is very similar to Roblox's problem. The internal moderation data may look good, but anecdotally in the real world, something is wrong and they need to fix that. This Bezos answers is at the heart of it. I fully believe the folks in trust and safety are really putting in the time and effort, but maybe it's slightly misguided. I don't know how to fix it, but they've got to find something. And Ruben Sim follows up by saying this is the right take. Roblox fully believes their platform is safe, so they see people like Schlep as sensationalists. They're in denial of the situation, so they go with the explanation that fits their worldview the best. And if this situation couldn't get any worse, a ministry for Kuwait has asked for Roblox to be banned. And this is because of rising concerns over child safety. Now, as of today, August 21st, Roblox has officially been banned in Kuwait. And as of right now, the ban will be temporary, pending talks with the game developer to provide safer content for children. And this is going to add even more pressure to Roblox to hopefully make the platform safer. This is after Indonesia asked Roblox to open a local office and comply with child protection regulations or it'll be banned, and right after Qatar just banned Roblox as well. And the most frustrating part about this entire situation is that, as Creecraft said, this is all Roblox needs to do. Here we can see a user saying, hey Fortnite, I'd like to share some thoughts on moderation. As a father, I absolutely do not want my kids playing any of these games. With similar condo hotel games, a hot prop hunt, and then obviously this logo, While they might slide past exact rules of moderation, the implied adult themes just from the thumbnails sheds light on a shortcoming in moderation. And Fortnite replies by saying, "Hey Austin, some of these are already down and we'll keep removing validative islands. Thank you for reporting." And that's all. That's literally it. Imagine if I could end my videos with "I sent Roblox all the information" and they promptly banned the user. So yeah, what are your thoughts on these insane situations? Please let me know in the comments below and subscribe for more Roblox Explained.